kind of talked about it leading up to this, but now that it's here, just what it means for the state and the city.
Oh, I think it's a great coming of age for the state. It's the first presidential debate here. It's a great chance for 3,000 journalists to see what we have in our state, see some of the people in our state. I'm looking forward to it. I really love the town hall format because it's a chance for real citizens to ask their questions. They don't get filtered by a lot of experts. And I think it's very telling how the candidates respond to those kinds of questions. I think these are great, it's a great format, and I'm very, very pleased that Tennessee and Nashville is the host.
What sorts of questions do you think will be asked?
Well, I don't know, and that, excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't know, and that's really the good thing about it. I think I could predict most of the questions that the professionals would ask in those areas, but I think you get some really interesting questions, and most of all, you get questions maybe about things like the economy and things like the war, but from the perspective of the way a real citizen is thinking about those issues, and not the way it gets massaged in the media and the like. But I'm really looking forward to this. I think it'll be an exciting evening. And I think the ability of candidates to respond in a very kind of open format like that tells you a lot about, what they know, what they have inside of them.
Governor, how has the state helped put this thing together? What kind of things has Tennessee done to help make this happen?
We were a part of the application process. I know that I worked hard in that particular part of the process. I'm not sure exactly what the financial commitment is. I'm sure we put something into the pot, but mostly I think back in the early days we sat down with Bob Fisher and Martin Dickens, people who were involved in this, and just kind of tried to put together the application and bring the various pieces to bear on it that it took to bring it here.
Aside from just the debate itself, we've got all kinds of national, international media here. I know you've got a busy agenda, a lot of them talking to you over the next couple of days.
Right.
Talk about that opportunity and what you try to convey. I guess it depends on what they ask you, those kind of things, but that kind of exposure for the state internationally.
Well, I've always been very proud of the people of Tennessee. I mean, I think we're a very common sense, kind of down-to-earth community here. And I'm looking forward to having the media. I'm looking forward to talking to the media myself, and certainly looking forward to just having to talk to people on the street. I think you see a very kind of mid-American, down-to-earth view of politics, a view of this election that I think will be refreshing.
Governor, what's your assessment of the tenor of the campaign so far?
Okay.
What's your assessment of the tenor of the campaign?
I think these past few weeks in particular, it has gotten off the track. I'd love to see American campaigns conducted on. I thought some of the stuff that Vice Presidential nominee Palin did the other day was, I thought, over the top. One of the things we've tried to do as part of this debate is this afternoon, Andrea and I, together with Senator Baker, are hosting this forum on civility in politics. Just a chance for both some practitioners, political figures, and members of the media to talk about what's inbounds, what's out of bounds, what are the various considerations here. And I'm very much looking forward to hearing what they have to say. But I think you can't too much talk about where the line is between the obvious combat of a campaign and where you go over the line into things which are uncivil or really hurt the democratic process.
When you say over the top, what do you mean by that? Specifically?
To me, something that's over the top is an attack which is personal, has little to do with the campaign, may not be true. I thought the comments about associating, in the case of Mr. Obama's case, associating with terrorists, I thought was over the top. Others might disagree. But the trick is, I think it's really trying to define where's that area. Obviously, candidates get to criticize the records, they get to criticize the other candidate. I think you can take it too far. I think both candidates, to be honest, and I'm Mr. Obama, have taken it deep into the gray territory in this campaign. And what we were hoping to do with Senator Baker, who I think is one of the great gentlemen in American politics, is just, let's start talking about these things. Let's open this up for some discussion about what is in a gray area, what's black and what's white here, and see if we can't lend a little bit to that debate.
Governor,
I think, let me just say one last thing. The reason I love it happening right now is I'm hoping for an hour and a half this afternoon to just kind of push the pause button on the campaign and have some people talk about where we are in terms of civility and where it might go and how we might avoid this thing degenerating into just a name-calling contest.
Governor, you have not been shy in the past offering little advice here and there to Mr. Obama. We have an opportunity before tomorrow night's debate to offer him some more advice. And what will it be?
No, I will not.
Why not?
It's he is prepping for the debate, obviously, and I would say the last thing anybody needs in their mind before going on the stage for a debate is one more bit of advice on this subject. As a sidebar issue, I might mention I saw him on Saturday night. I went over to North Carolina and gave the keynote speech at the big Democratic event, and he happened to be in that very hotel, is where he was practicing for the debate, and came down early. So I had really the unique experience of giving a keynote speech and my opening a pact with Senator Obama. It was a great experience.
Governor, if you had a chance to ask a question tomorrow night, what would it be?
I'll let the citizens have this.
How will those questions tomorrow?
For a job with with an Obama administration, you hired Julian Payne.
No.
Out of your own pocket, as I understand.
That whole thing in the press this weekend was a bunch of nonsense. Julia Payne is a woman I hired for a couple of months in the spring to help with some of the things that were happening around that superdelegate primary. I don't even know where she's working at the moment. I'm not angling for a job in the administration. We've been through this once before on the whole vice presidential issue. I'm not doing anything to angle for a job in the administration. I love my job as governor, and it certainly is. I have every expectation that 2 years from now I'll be winding up my job as governor, going on to whatever next.
Last question.
Governor, how will the questions that Middle Tennesseans ask tomorrow, do you think, shape or maybe change this race?
Well, I think, first of all, I'd say that with with the public asking questions, you certainly have the opportunity for a question which is unexpected enough and a chance to both hit a home run and make a mistake on how you respond to those questions that have the potential for changing things around. And second of all, as I say, I think just the maybe slightly different take that people have on these issues, who are the citizens, I think helps to shape the debate as well. But if you think back to, there have been in previous debates, there have been some questions that the response to which really became a part of the campaign. I think that possibility is highest with questions from citizens.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Governor.